On January 15, the Southport High School Marketing Department and students gathered at Claybrooke Commons Kroger to celebrate the debut of Cardinal Crunch, the Southport High School Marketing class's very own popcorn product. The students worked collaboratively to devise the name, slogan, logo, and popcorn mix. After testing out 16 different flavors, they managed to narrow it down to 2, caramel and churros. Now their final product will be sold in varied sizes and prices.
So, Mr. Manning, can you tell us a little bit more about this project?
Sure. Back at the beginning of November, Mr. Woodkey came into my room and said, Kroger asked if we wanted to have a Southport popcorn, and do you want to do it? I was teaching, and I just said, sure. So I didn't know what I was getting into, but as we got going with the project, we realized we had a good opportunity to be able to teach students some real life skills instead of just doing it in simulations and on paper. They were actually going to see a product be designed and then actually in production and being sold. So that's how I got started. And they designed, the students did the name, came up with the name, the slogan, the logo, and we got that to Kroger, and they put this together, and it's going to be sold here from now on and for the foreseeable future. And so it's a good thing for all the students to have.
What do you guys hope to accomplish with this project?
The biggest thing is, I think for them, is to see what it takes to get something from an idea to an actual product. That process was the important part, because we see the final product, we don't see what goes into making the final product. So that's been the biggest thing that they've learned from it, is the steps you take along the way to get something accomplished.
Beautiful. And then what do you think was the most difficult thing to do?
Well, the hardest thing was narrowing down the choices of the popcorn, because they were all really good. So we got it down from 22 flavors to 6, and then the marketing got the combination of the caramel and churros from there.
Beautiful. And what are you most proud of?
I think walking in the store and seeing the Southport Cardinal, the logo, and knowing it's a Southport product is neat to see in the store.
Beautiful. And then do you guys have any plans coming in the future?
We are going to be selling it for a limited time. I say limited. We're going to run it for a week in the field house during 3 events, and then if sales go well with it, and the Adult Boost Club may look at extending that run of popcorn in the concession as well.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Just thank to all the faculty, the admin, the students that participated in this and came out to support us today.
Okay, Liam, so what was the motivation behind producing Cardinal Crunch?
So it was motivation, I would say, is for business. We wanted to learn how to market, how to make our own product and bring it to life.
Great.
Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Can you lead me through the production process of it?
Yeah, so it started off, it was just a normal assignment. Everybody was just trying to get it done. And then he told us that it was going to be a real thing. And then, we started working harder on the labels, harder on the design, the slogan, all that type of stuff.
What would you say was the most difficult thing?
The most difficult thing, I'd say the most difficult thing was, honestly, for me personally, probably just talking in front of everybody. But I think as a class and as a business department, I'd say the hardest thing was just all collaborating and working as a team.
And what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of, I don't know. I'd say I'm most proud of the label and how it actually turned out a lot better than I thought. Yeah.
Can you tell me, what was your initial reaction when you discovered this project?
Yeah, I was super excited. I know that the school pride in Southport is pretty high in terms of sports and just Cardinal and the mascot, so I knew what this would entail, taking pictures with the Cardinal and creating a Cardinal mix. I knew you guys were going to come up with something creative, so it was super fun to just watch the creativity from the students really take launch with this program.
Beautiful. And how does this add on to the popcorn department of Kroger right now?
Yeah, it's exciting because we just make popcorn for customers, but now we get to see faculty, we get to see students, we'll see people come in here for sports events for Southport. So for me personally, it's really exciting. It's a huge representation for South.
Beautiful. And then how do you feel like seeing Southport go to this extent?
Yeah, it's exciting to see students just take something and make it applicable to the real world. I knew that was super exciting for me when I got to just work on projects, and it was make believe, but this is real. So.
Beautiful. And then what do you think the benefits of this will be for the students and for Kroger?
Yeah, I know that basketball is it's a huge culture for Southport, the arena, the games, everything. And so an additional thing that Southport students have made that they get to sponsor at these basketball games is super huge. And I'm really excited to just see how fast this grows.